أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to Thursday evening's class. Can I remind everyone of class rules? Please have the correct ID. Please make sure your video is off. And we will go to the first participant. So Assalamu alaikum co-host, could I please have the first participant for the prayer?
Yes, I'm now going to put on N6324.
Okay, Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Could you recite Ta'awudh and Tasmiyah, please?
A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay, and it's this prayer here.
Rabbil zidni ilma.
So it's this highlighted one here. Let me just check I have the right one. Yes, Thursday said this one here. Rabbi allimni
Rabbi allimni
ma huwa
ma huwa
khairun
khairun
indaka.
indaka.
And could you read the translation, please?
O my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge.
Jazakallah. Okay, so now we're going to be covering today in this lesson. Often there's been a teaching part of the lesson and often there's been a Quran part where we just look at the surahs. Today it's only going to be Quran reading. Now before I go ahead, it's important to remember that this will be the last teaching class of this whole course. So you all have done so well to stick to the course since September and have all been doing your homework and trying hard. So this is the last day of the teaching, and tomorrow please be on time because it will be our last session altogether. So this is the last teaching one. Tomorrow is a special class because we'll be joined by our head teacher and a special guest. And you remember the Nazm competitions and the Tilawat competitions we were all reminding you about last week. Well, tomorrow we will have the winners for the Nazm and Tilawat competitions. Also, very important to note that there will also be an announcement of a new online class starting in January. And in this class, you'll be taken from the level you've achieved already and you'll be going forward a lot more. We'll be working solely from the Holy Quran. We'll have a lot of presentations in this course. And the students who are already in this class, they have first priority to go into this new class in January. So this class will be advertised to everybody, but you students have priority. So if you would like to join, please do so. It's a very good class to take you further in your Quranic reading. The other thing I wanted to mention was about these hifz recitals. Co-host, can you hear some background noise?
No, not anymore.
No? Okay, that's fine, yes. So as you become very confident in learning the Quran now, there's a very good website you should all become aware of. And it's this one here, nqc.org.uk. We've been displaying this page a lot, but I'll just show you how to go onto it. So again, if you can take a picture of this, it's good. If you want, you can look at the video on YouTube as it comes afterwards. But you click on this, and it will take you to the right website. Here's the website. And basically, you have someone reciting the Holy Quran, and you're able to copy them and follow them. So I'll just demonstrate. This is Surah Nas. And then a student follows, I think. Let me go ahead a bit. So if you are struggling for pronunciation, please do visit this website and you'll learn how to say it properly, how to recite properly. And then you have all the surahs down here. So you can see the titles Al-Ma'un, Al-Lahab, Al-Quraysh, and you click on them and you hear how to recite it properly. So it's an excellent resource. Please do use it. Co-host, how do I go back to my main screen? Can you guide me?
You mean your home screen?
Yes, my home screen, where there's my PDF.
We can see your PDFs. We never saw you leave.
Oh dear, so it went on mine. Okay. Okay, no,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay. Is that okay? Can you see Surah Nas?
Yes.
Okay, great. Right, so what we're going to do this lesson is that we're going to take you through the surahs from Surah Nas all the way up to At-Taqathur. And what happened the previous lesson is that the students like to have favorite surahs, so we kept hearing those surahs, and that was great to hear you recite, but we want to hear you practice and come out of your comfort level and not just recite the same surahs, but recite more longer ones, a bit more difficult ones that you haven't memorized. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to recite a certain surah, we're going to raise your hand. You're going to raise your hand and we'll pick you like that. So we won't be picking you at random. It will be through raising your hands. If you've had a go already and you've recited, please don't raise your hand again because we want to get as many people as possible. So we will start from the last chapter of the Holy Quran, which is Surah Nas. Co-host will pick someone. So as I said, only raise your hand once. So for this surah, could you pick someone, please, co-host, to recite it?
Yes. I'm now going to choose A5355.
Okay, Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. I'm good, Jazakallah for asking. Okay, are you ready to recite this surah?
Yes.
Okay, have a go, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Very confidently read, mashallah. Very good. So just here, can you see this? Fi. I can tell that I think you know this from memory, right? This surah.
Yes.
Okay, very good, because you recited so confidently. But just be mindful of the rules you've learned. So this fi, you went over it quite quickly, but this is a bit long. It's 2 seconds. Fi. Okay? That was it. Otherwise, you recited beautifully. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz. Right. So now we're going to move up. We're going to go to the next surah, Surah Al-Falaq. Co-host, could I have a participant for this, please?
Yes. I'm now going to put on N6333.
Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Would you like to recite this surah?
Yes.
Okay, great. Just bear with me a second. Can I just say, students, if you want to recite the surah, then you raise your hand, yeah? So just think about which one you want to recite. So, okay, so N6333. Start with the Awwaz and Tasmiyah, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب وإن من شر النفاس في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
That was beautiful, mashallah. I particularly enjoyed how you went back and you corrected your own mistakes. That's really good. The one thing I would say is this surah. In this surah, you get to practice the rule of qalqala. Do you remember qalqala? So what qalqala is a jerking sound, isn't it? And whenever we come to the end of a verse, because you're stopping on this verse, we place a temporary sukoon on the end of each letter. So even though this says قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ, we're stopping, so we say al-falaq, and that naturally should produce a jerking sound. So if I can ask you just to do, can you recite this verse but with a qalqala on the end? Have a go.
من شر ما خلق.
So it's من شر ما خلق.
من شر ما خلق.
Good. خلق.
خلق.
Good. And I will recite this last line and then you copy me. But remember, we're focusing on the qalqala at the end. وَمِن شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدَ.
ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
That's beautiful, mashallah. Very good. So you keep on practicing your qalqala. Otherwise, it was beautifully read, mashallah. Well done. Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay.
Main host,
Yes.
if you can just quickly tell us which surahs that we're going to be covering today, and then the students can then see which ones they want to do.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And then as soon as I've picked a person for a surah, I will then lower all hands, and then you put your hand up again for the next surah, so that the person and the teacher cannot be distracted by all the hands going up.
Okay, that's a good idea. So I'll display all the surahs. So next one, which is the third one, is Surah Ikhlas, the Qul Huwallah, and then we're going in order. Tabbat Yada, and Idha Ja, Surah Nasr.
Yep.
Then we'll have Surah Kafirun, Al-Kawthar, Ara'ayta alladhi. This is a big one, so we're going to split it in two. We can have two participants for this. Al-Kawthar, and I think, bear with me. Okay, we'll have Li'ila fi Quraysh, Alam Tara Kayfa, Surah Fil, and this is a long one, Surah Humaza. If you don't know this, it's fine. I actually prefer if you don't know it, so it'll be good practice for you. And then Wal Asr, and At-Takathur, and this is the final one, Al-Hakim At-Takathur. So these are the ones. So if I go back to Surah Ikhlas, Qul Huwallah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just distracted by all the notices on my screen as well.
Yes.
Stay with me. Let me find it. Ikhlas. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we could have a participant for this, please.
Yes, Surah Ikhlas. If anyone wants to read that, please put your hand up real quick. All right, I'm choosing N6305.
Okay, Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So you want to recite Surah Ikhlas, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Have a start. Ta'awudh, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
MashaAllah, very well recited. Now, the qalqala was very well articulated, so that was good. Just one small point I want you to look at here is this one here. We said walam yakun lahu. So we looked at this in a previous lesson, and we explained that this noon sakin is not recited. So it's walam yakul lahu. So we said that the tashdid is so strong and powerful that this gu will jump straight to the tashdid because the tashdid is pulling the gu towards it. And because the noon has no sound, it's just a noon sakin with a silent on it, it just disappears. So you don't read it. Walam yakullahu. Okay? So try this last line again.
وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ.
Very nice, mashallah. Again, I really enjoyed hearing your kalkala sound. So keep practicing and jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.
So the next surah we're going to do is Surah Lahab, Tabbat Yada. If you'd like to be picked for this one, please raise your hand and then co-host will pick you.
Yeah, I'm now going to choose A5328.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Okay, good, alhamdulillah. I'm well, jazakallah for asking. So you wanted to do this one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Start with the awwal and tasmiyah, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. سيصلى نارا
Run.
ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
That was fantastic, mashallah. I really enjoyed listening to that. You remembered your thick sound letters. For example, حمالة الحطب. And you remember to do kalkala at the end of the verses, which was very good as well. I can't say anything to you because it was fantastic listening to it. It shows that you've been doing your homework and tuning into the class as well. Can I ask, do you know this surah off by heart?
No.
You don't know off by heart?
No.
That's even better because it shows that you've been applying all the rules that you've been learning. So well done. Jazakallah for your participation. Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz.
Hafiz. Okay, and the next surah is, I believe, should be Surah Nasr. Yeah. So, who would like to do Surah Nasr? Co-host, you can pick anyone you like.
Yes, I'm now going to choose A5341.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Right, you want to say this surah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know it already off by heart?
Not really. I've been learning Surah Fatah, Surah Tekhas, Surah Kaf, and Surah Athar.
Oh, that's very good. But do you know a little bit of this one? Idaja? Why don't you try? Let's see.
Okay.
A'udhu billah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت
ورأي.
ورأي
Yeah.
جنة سيدخلون في دين الله أفواها
Very good.
وسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره
تغفر.
إنه كان توابا.
That was a very good try. I enjoyed how you read slowly and you were thinking about what you said. That's really good. I'll just draw your attention to one small rule here. What's this letter?
No,
Yes, but what's special about it?
it has a nasal sound.
Yeah, that's really good. That's what I was looking for. It's a noon ghunna. So this letter here, noon ghunna, and this letter here, I want you to do a ghunna sound on them. And what that means is you need to hold it for 2 seconds. You just sit on it, and then you produce a nasal sound. For example, innahu. You try?
إنه
Good. And we'll do it here. Just read up to here. وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ.
ورتي رأيتينا
You can do it with me. وَرَأَيْتَ
ورأيت
النَّاسَ. النَّاسَ.
الناس.
Very good. Otherwise, it was fantastic, mashallah. Just remember your nasal sound in here. Okay? So, Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz. Next, we're going to be doing Surah Kafirun. If you want to have a go, please raise your hand.
Okay, we have a lot of people that want to do this surah.
Okay.
Let's choose a Nasra and we will choose N6304.
Okay. Walaikum salam. So, are you ready to do this surah?
Yes.
Okay, have a go. Why don't you start?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Although you have a beautiful voice, mashallah. That was really nice.
Jazakallah.
Could you recite this line for me, please? Where my hand is.
ولا أنا عبد ما عبدتم.
Okay. This is a rule that we looked at, I think it was last week. And whenever you see this, it looks like ana, but in reading, you recite it ana. Okay? And it's easy to remember because it's not exclusive just to this surah. So it's not only in this surah. But if you see this anywhere in the Quran, it's going to appear 41 times. It always looks like ana, but it will always be read as ana in all those 41 times in the Quran as well. So that's just something to bear in mind. It would be read وَلَا أَنَا عَابِدٌ مَا عَبَدتُّمْ. Have a go.
ولا أنا
Try again.
أعبد ما عبدتم.
And the other thing was this is supposed to be long. This is 2 seconds. Yeah?
Yes.
Try again. Remember this one is short. This is long.
ولا أنا أعبد ما عبدتم.
Okay, good. And the other thing was a very small thing. You recited very beautifully. I enjoyed it. Now this bit here, because of the tune you are doing, I think you decided to sit on this meme for a little bit too long, where it just needs to be 1 second. Lakum dinukum. Lakum dinukum. Have a go.
لكم دينكم ولي دين.
That was good. So there were just those 2 small points. Otherwise, it was beautifully read, mashallah. So well done.
Thank you.
Okay. Allah Hafiz for now.
Hafiz.
Right. The next surah, if anyone wants to do this one. Inna a'tayna kal kawthar, Surah Kawthar, a nice short one. Co-host, you can choose when you're ready.
Yes, I'll choose A5326.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Do you know this surah already?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear it then.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك فصل لربك وانهر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.
Very good, mashallah. So, a couple of things. Let's go through a little bit of rules with you because it was such a short surah. You read very nicely. Do you know the name of this rule? You have a ya sakin and there's a fatha before it. What kind of elongation is that? Or you can tell me, can you tell me how many seconds you hold it for?
2 seconds.
Yes, you're correct. And this is a soft elongation or a letter of lean. Soy, soy. Okay, soft elongation there. What can you tell me about this letter here, the sword? Is there anything you remember about the sword? Assalamu alaikum, can you hear me?
Yes.
So this sword is a thick letter. So you have a rounded mouth when you say it. Fasolli. That's good. And what about this ra here? Although this is not a thick letter, it's pronounced thick. Ra is pronounced thick when it has a fatha on top. Fasolli li robbi. And what about this here? This is the last question. What's this? Anything you remember?
Thick letter.
This is not a thick letter. How long would you hold this one for?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. This is a noon mushaddid. So that means that it needs to have a ghunna sound on it, which is a nasal sound. Inna. Which you did beautifully. I heard that was very, very well done. Okay, Jazakallah for your participation. Allah Hafiz for now. If I can just have the notifications out of the way, then I can see which surah is next. Okay, so the next surah is Surah Al-Ma'un. And what we'll do, because it's a bit long, we'll have 2 participants reading this. So I'll stop you halfway through. If you would like to read this, the first 2 lines, then you can raise your hand and co-host will choose someone.
I'll choose someone, but I'm noticing that a lot of people that have already read are also putting their hands up. If you've read, please be fair to others and don't put your hand up so I don't accidentally choose you. ठीक है, Jazakumullah. I'm going to now choose N6353.
Okay, Jazakallah. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah for asking. Okay, so you'll be reading the first 2 lines of this surah. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'd like you to read up to here where this little hand is, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
Very good, very good. Your elongations are very good. Where you're supposed to make it long, you made it long, and where you're supposed to make it 1 second, you made it 1 second. So that was very well done. I would just draw your attention to one thing, and that's the pronunciation of this letter here, Zal, and Zal, and it comes quite a lot. It comes here as well. So in this letter, we are not supposed to hear any strong sound. This is a soft letter, and the way it's pronounced is by sticking your tongue a little bit out and between the 2 teeth, and then you say there. So let me say the first line, and then I'll ask you to repeat the first line. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين. You try?
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين.
Okay, good. But I'm still hearing a bit of a z sound. Could you say الذي?
الذي.
That's the V I want to hear. That's it right there. Very good. So again, say the line again. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين.
أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين.
That was a lot better. Well done. You just need to concentrate on that and be mindful of it. Don't forget. And otherwise, you have beautiful tilawat. So Jazakallah for your participation. Allah Hafiz for now. Could I have another participant who wants to finish off this surah, please?
Let me quickly. A5334 has a question, and he can also have a go.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. So did you have a question?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do we get in to G2?
So there's 2 courses happening. One is G2, but the one I talked about in the beginning is not G2. It's a follow-on course from this one. But regardless, it doesn't matter. To get into either one, you'll be given details in, I think, by the end of this year or the new year. In fact, posters have been circulating already. So would you like to go for the other course?
Yeah.
Yes, because I think you're definitely ready. You've been trained very, very well. So I would recommend it. And if you want to get in, inshallah, you will have priority. We will send you the details and you can register. So I wouldn't worry about that. We'll be in touch with the details, and it would be great if you can register. Okay? Now, would you like to recite as well?
Yeah.
Okay, have a go from here, please. Faway. Don't forget your da'awud.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Jazakallah, very confidently you recited, so well done. Okay, so over here, what's this letter here?
Va.
Yes, but the way we pronounce it is like a W. So we shouldn't hear any V sound, no V sound. It's just wa, like a W. Have a go.
Va.
Wa.
Va.
Yes, that's right. Wa. So no va, wa. Fawail, you say?
Va. Rain.
Yes, wail. Good. Right. The other thing is this sword here is a thick letter. So when we pronounce it, our lips are rounded. I'm going to say this line and then you repeat after me. فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. You try? From fa.
Fawailun limusay.
Yeah, that was a lot better, mashallah. Soleen. I could hear that you were rounding your mouth. Okay. And the other rule that I will draw your attention to is the blank alif. Now, what do we put on a blank alif? Because you were just reading ladina, but when there's a blank alif and it's followed by a lam, we will always put a fatha on the blank alif. Fatha is a R sound. So it would become alladina. And then the same here. What do you think we put on the alif, the blank alif here?
Fatha.
That's right, because it's followed by a lam. So if you can recite this line all the way to the end of the verse.
Alladhina hum yurra'un.
Very good. Okay, that was very well recited. Well done. Very confident recitation. Jazakallah. Khuda Hafiz.
I've muted him because the voice was coming back.
Okay. Okay. So we're back onto a short surah. We'll just have one participant for this. Li'ila fi Quraysh. Are there any takers for Surah Quraysh?
I'm going to choose N6310.
Sure. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. And how are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Ready to recite?
Yes.
Okay. Have a go. A'udhu billah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
And from here?
لا في قريش إلا فيهم تشتاء والصيف واليهود تبع أو الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف.
Jazakallah. Very well recited. Now, it was all fine. There was just a small detail of when you stop. So when you stop at the end of a verse, and for example, it has, so this one, li'ila fi Qurayshin, you can continue. You can say li'ila fi Qurayshin ila fihim. But if you want to stop, which you did, then the sign comes off. So for example, this bit that I'm covering, the tanween, kasra tanween, that comes off, and you put a temporary sukun on top. So li'ila fi Quraysh. And at the end of this one, I'll let you do this one yourself. Ila fihim rihlata shita'i was-sayf. What do you think goes here? How would you say the f? Was-sayf. So a sukun comes on top of the fa. Okay? And in this instance as well, I'll do the last one. وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. Again, the tanween comes off and it's replaced with a temporary sukoon. So very well read. You keep practicing. Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
There was another student that really wants to read this surah, so if we can give them a chance.
Okay, sure.
If that student can just put their hand up, I'm going to lower all hands, and only the student that said that they really wanted to read the surah, if they can put that hand up. I changed their name, but I think they've changed it back.
Yeah.
A lot of people are putting hands up. I said only the person that put their hand up before. Oh, no. Okay, whoever it was that put that, that they wanted to read that surah, if you can put that next to your name again, and then we'll come back to you, and you can just go to the next surah because their hand is not coming up.
Is there anyone?
N6332 says it was her, so if she wants to read it.
Okay, sure.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Now you wanted to read this surah, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Have a go.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإلاف قريش إلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع آمنهم من خوف.
Very good, mashallah. Do you know this off by heart?
Yeah.
Very good. I noticed you remembered what to put on the blank alif, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. And what can you tell me about this ta? What do you remember about that letter? The ta is pronounced thick.
Yeah.
And there's something else. It's a qalqala letter, so it's a jerking sound. So you would say at. Can you say that? That's right, at. Good. I think that was it. If you could just recite the last line again.
Okay. Should I start from
Here? Wa. Oh no, sorry. There was one thing that I just remembered. This here needs to be pronounced for 2 seconds. The kasra ashbaya. Ila fihim. You have a go.
Ila fihim.
That's right. And if you could recite the last line.
Wa amanahum min khawf.
Very good. I enjoyed listening to that. Okay, jazakallah for your participation. Allah Hafiz. The next surah is Surah Fil. Let's see. I think again, just to allow a good amount of participants on, we'll split it into 2. So if you would like to recite 2 verses, co-host will choose you. You can raise your hand.
I'm going to choose A5310. Have I chosen them before?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Now, have you been chosen before?
No.
Okay, great. First time. And then do you want to recite up to Tadlil, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بالصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل.
Good, good. Just up to there. Very good. Okay, let's break this down. Could you recite just the first line up to there, please?
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بالصحاب الفيل.
Okay. So over here, ألم تر كيف فعل. Try that.
فعل.
That's right. So ألم تر كيف فعل.
فعل.
They're all equal when you recite them, just 1 second. The other thing was ربك بأصحى. So this is an alif with a fatha, so it's an a sound. بأصحى بالفيل. Try from B.
بأصحاب الفيل.
Good. And then if you could read the second line as well from alam.
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل.
Good. And then the next line from alam yaj.
ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل.
Good. The last thing I'll draw your attention to is this dod here, which is a thick letter. Can you say do?
Do.
Yes. And now say tadlil.
تضليل.
Good. So start from here. Alam yaj'al.
ألم يجعل
Yep. You do the rest.
كيدهم في تضليل.
Very good. One more thing before you go. What is the significance of this letter here? What can you tell me about gay? What do you remember?
It's a thick letter.
It's not a thick letter. There's something else.
It's a yamada.
So yamada, and before it you have a fatha. What kind of elongation is that?
Okay.
So it's called a soft elongation, and it's 2 seconds. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ya or waw sakin, and before it you have a fatha. It's a soft elongation which is held for 2 seconds. But you did very well, mashallah. Well done. And jazakallah for your participation. Allah Hafiz for now.
Allah Hafiz.
Would anyone like to read the last 3 verses of Surah Fil?
A5313 wants to read it.
Sure. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. So, would you be able to help me read the last 3 verses of Surah Fil?
Can I read it by myself?
Yeah, of course you can, but just from these last 3, from wa arsala, yeah?
What?
If you start with ta'awuz and tasbih.
أعوذ بالله رب العالمين. أعوذ بالله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay.
وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل.
Good. Mihim.
Bihi jaratin
It's tricky to say separately, isn't it? You can't say din min. It's very tricky on your tongue. So you join it. Because the shadda is powerful, it's taking away from the tanween. So you don't say tin. It's only allowing you to say ti. You say timmin.
Min.
Not tinmin, timmin.
Min.
Good. Continue.
Sijil. Pas. Pa. Faja. Fah. Faja. Lahum. Ka. As. Simma. Cool.
Good. You remember to not say kulin or sijilin, and you remember to put a sukoon on both the lams here. Over here, if after the mim mushaddid there's the alif and it has a sukoon on it, that means there's going to be a soft jerking sound. فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. Try from كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. Try from
Cool.
Very good. Okay, Jazakallah for your confident recitation. You keep practicing. Allah Hafiz for now.
Jazakallah.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, so we're going to have a long surah now. Surah Humaza. Again, we'll split this into 2 lines. So who would like to read the first 2 lines up to here?
N632 saying that she's never had a ghost, so we'll allow her.
Yeah, sure. Wa alaikum salam. So would you like to recite up to here?
Yes.
Okay, have a go. A'udhu billah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويل لكل همزة لمزة.
Good. Just this point here, it's not dinlu. It's very tricky to say. You just join it straight to the lam shaddid. Dillu.
Zillu.
Yes. Dillu mazah.
Zillu mazah.
Yeah. Dillu mazah.
Zillu nazah.
Okay, continue.
إن الذي جمع
Jama'a.
مالا وأداه.
Good, good. I'll start from here. Malawa.
مالا
Adada.
وأداه.
Good. You continue from here.
يحسب أن ماله أخلده.
Good. Yep, you can keep going to the end of this line.
قل لا ينبذن.
Okay, I'll just stop you there. Can you see this small meme on top of the noon?
Yes.
So that takes the place of the noon, and instead you'll be joining the U straight to the meme. Kalla la yumbazanna.
لا ينبذن.
Good. And whenever you see this small meme, you need to stop on it for 2 seconds, like you just did. La yumbazanna.
لا ينبذن
And here?
الحطمة.
Good. Good. Jazakallah. Let me try and squeeze in one more participant. Let's see how many lines we get through. Jazakallah for your participation, by the way. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Muted.
Okay. You can choose someone else.
Yes, I'm going to now choose A5313.
Sure. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay, if you could start reading with the awwaz and tasbih and from this wa here, please.
A5313, have you had a go already?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, sorry. I just realized. Jazakallah. Let me see again. A5323, I think, has not had a go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Now, have you had a go already?
No.
Okay, so you'll be our last caller, participant for today. So, if you could start with the awwaz and tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Good. Now, I'm afraid it's going to be short and sweet, so it'll just be this verse here, okay? So, beautiful voice. Wa. From here. Wa.
وما أدراك ما
Have you got another device open, A5323?
Yes.
Can you close that device because your voice is echoing?
Okay. Go to open.
Yeah. Okay, now do it. Wa. I think your device is closed. Do you want to recite now from wa?
Where?
Here. Wa ma.
ما أدراك ما الحطام نار
No, ma. Ma.
ما
Okay, Jazakallah for your participation. We just have to end it there. I would just say with your one, you do a soft qalqala on the dal, which is the qalqala letter, so it's a jerking sound. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحُطَمَةُ. That's fine. Okay. Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz. Thank you for your participation. Right. Co-host, could I please have a student for the closing prayer?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Before the closing prayer, let me just announce the homework.
Okay.
So the homework for tomorrow, which is the final session, remember, is to continue practicing the surahs we've been doing. So keep reading the Holy Quran daily. Remember the resource I showed you about the Quran recitation? So you can go onto there and listen to the person reciting and you can follow them. Right. Now, could I please have the participant?
Yes. I'm now going to choose A5303.
Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Could you start with the awwaz and then recite this dua, please?
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran and make it for me the leader, the light, and the guidance and the mercy.
Jazakallah. Ameen. Okay, Jazakallah everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.